December 26, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. Maya! Hey, Nick, it's you! I'm glad Mr. Edgeworth made it through the day okay. It's a relief. Hey, why'd you do that anyway? I don't know. I just knew I had to do something. I know I'm not the lawyer my sister was. I'm sorry. Well, you did save the trial. Just behave from now on, okay? Okay. Alright. So just dabbing her here. Have you been questioned yet? No, not yet. Detective Gumshoe was here just now. He said, "Seeing as this is your first offense, we'll let you go after questioning." Oh, and you wanted me to get bail money ready. Arg. You can pay for me, okay? Huh? How much? I don't know. I guess they'll send you a bill or something? Why do I picture giant bales of money every time I hear the word bail? Any luck with Mia? I can't get through to her at all. I tried, I really did. I don't know what to do. I think I probably shouldn't have stopped my training. She sounds like she really did do her best. I should check and see if there are any waterfalls in the local area. I wonder if I'll ever see my sister again. Aw. Alright, so we have to do more examining. More examining! Alright, is there anything here? There probably isn't. December 26th, Wright & Co. Law Offices. Sure is quiet here with nobody around. Right. I have to get Maya out of that detention cell soon. Okay. Say there was nothing here. Alright, let's check out... Well, should we... See if Gumshoe can do anything about Maya? December 26th, Police Department, Criminal Affairs. Detective Gumshoe's not here. Gumshoe's at the scene again today. Huh? Oh, really? He's a live wire, that one. Got into a fight with the chief for not following protocol. Not following protocol? I bet he wouldn't help them build the case against Edgeworth. Alright, Gourd Lake it is. December 26, Gourd Lake Park, entrance. There are fewer than there were yesterday, but the cops are still around in the park. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe is here today. I mean, they did just say he was. Beach. December 26, Gourd Lake, Public Beach. Haven't seen Larry around today at all. Probably off paying through the nose on a date with the lovely Kianse. I don't think they're gonna make me examine everything else again, are they? Famous Gourd Lake. Its green waters stretch out on both sides. It's a pretty big lake, really. Actually, probably everything is new text because Maya's not with me. Boat rental shop. December 26, boat rental shop. Well, looks like the boat rental shop is closed today, too. A small boat rental shop. Doesn't look like anyone is around. They're probably closed because of the murder. Probably. There are some boats floating at the dock. The murder took place in a boat from this dock. Apparently, the police took away the actual boat that was used that night. Indeed, there's space for one more boat at the dock. There's more forest off that way. I doubt I'd find any helpful clues in there. Even though the truck was out there, according to the, The overhead map. She was camped out there for some reason. Even though the woods are apparently on the other side. December 26, Gourd Lake Woods. Hey, Detective Gumshoe! Hey, pal. Trials Day, yes, what about the trial? Well, I was gonna say, good show, but it wasn't really all that. Though you did save Mr. Edward, I guess. I just wasn't sure how to thank you, you know? Thanks. Detective Gumshoe, any idea what strategy Von Karma is planning for tomorrow? Sounds like he's bringing another witness. Another witness? Oh, right, he said something about that in the trial today. There were 2 witnesses. Yeah, that definitely says that. I was wondering who that other witness was. Who was it? Sorry, pal. As much as I'd like to, I'm not at liberty to divulge that information. Right. Oh, right. I wanted to ask you something about Edgeworth. What's up? Is he afraid of earthquakes? I never heard anything about that before. Mr. Edward doesn't talk about himself too much, see. But there's one thing that's clear as day. Him hating crime the way he does. And him becoming a prosecutor. Him becoming scared of earthquakes. It all started with that incident. The DL6 incident? Yep, that's the one. 15 years ago, when he saw his father shot before his very eyes. He still feels the pain now. You can see it in his eyes. I wanted to talk to you about Maya Fey. Huh? She's not out on bail yet? That's strange. I told him to let her go as soon as they had their report written up. Man, I don't know what would have happened in that courtroom today if it weren't for her. Seeing her get dragged out by the bailiff? I'll be honest with you, pal, I shed a tear or two. Mr. Edgeworth, he was so moved I saw his lip trembling. Really? Cold as ice, Edgeworth? I'm sort of grateful for what she did, you know. I'm gonna head back to the station. I'll get the report on my end and head her out of there as soon as I can. Thank you. Oh, wait. I was wondering, how much is bail going to be? Don't worry about that. Mr. Edgeworth is posting the whole amount. What? Edgeworth? I tell you, he's grateful to her for what she did. Alright, pal. Well, don't forget to go pick her up, okay? Maybe I can get Edgeworth to pay this month's rent, too. Yeah. Alright. Really gonna make me look at everything again? The sign says no camping. Funny place to pitch your tent. I don't think Lotta takes very good care of her SUV. It's covered with dents. Can't believe anyone would drive their car down here. Alright, there's food and some magazines on the sheet. It takes a pretty tough skin to camp in this cold. Yeah, I don't think there's actually anything stuff-wise. I wonder why she brought a camping cooker with her. There's a convenience store right up the street. I guess she wanted to get into the outdoor spirit. And the camera again. Lotta's camera is staring out at the lake as usual. Even a novice like me can tell that camera must cost a pretty penny. Hope she doesn't leave it out here to get stolen. She did. Okay, let's go back. We might even be able to go to, I don't know how I was going to finish that sentence. December 26th, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. Hey Nick, you finally came! They just finished the paperwork. I'm free to go. Free at last, eh? Those interrogators are really mean. They were like, okay, what'd you do this time? Like I was some kind of criminal. Can you believe it? Well, they let you out in the end, didn't they? Oh, that reminds me. Thanks for bail. Thank Edgeworth. Huh? He posted bail for you. Said he was grateful for what you did. Mr. Edgeworth did that? I have to make it up to him. We've got to win this case, Nick. What do you think we should do next? I'm kind of lacking in the clues department. Go to the park and look for Gourdy. I was kidding. Still, if there are any clues out there, the park's as good a bet as any. What do you say? Shall we head down there? Sure. Hey, other ideas? Have you noticed anything lately? You know, I did notice one thing while I was here in detention. It's really pretty comfortable here. It's warm and they keep it very clean. I meant, have you noticed anything about the case? Well, not much more than that, no. She's probably still upset about Mia. I should leave her alone. Alright. You give Grossberg law offices as an option. Let me check it out anyway. December 26th, Grossberg law offices. Apparently, Mr. Grossberg is on vacation today. Well, I guess I can come back tomorrow if I need anything. I think that's how that works. I'm fairly sure that isn't. Alright. Looks like Edgeworth is in questioning. Come back later. Guess so. Just want to go to Gordon Lake. 26 Gourd Lake Park entrance. There aren't many cops around today, are there? They're probably back at the precinct working up the case against Edgeworth. Hey, y'all. Hey, it's Lotta. Y'all really did it today. What did we do now? Now, I'm not complaining. See, I did a little thinking. A little self-reflection, you might say. I realized that being a witness is a mighty big responsibility. But I just went up there and started blabbing and the old thing came to mind. Lotta. So, you see, I want to make it up to y'all. Make it up? What did you think of the trial? To be honest, I was doing it half just to say I've been a witness, even though I didn't really see anything. I kind of convinced myself I had, though. I'm sorry, I know I caused y'all a lot of trouble. Well, memory is a tricky, vague little thing. Yeah, I sure know that now. I'll be fine the next time I witness a murder. Right. You mean the first time you witness a murder? What about Gourdy? Right. Well, way I figure the trial's only stoking the flames of Gourdy fever. I'll get my exclusive photos and rocket to stardom. Alright, Lotta, you go, girl. I wish I could be an investigative photographer, too. Finish your spirit medium training first. Lotta, what do you mean by making it up to us? Well, you see, actually, I got a bit of information for you. What? That Von Karma didn't want me to say nothing about it. What information? Now we're getting to the heart of it. See, I reckon we might be able to do ourselves a little exchange. Exchange? I thought that this was to make it up to us? Right. I propose a little exchange to make it up to you. What? Information don't come cheap, my friend. Hey, I see you thinking, My, how unsophisticated these southern folks are. It's written all over your face. Let me tell you, most southerners are way more sophisticated than you. I'm just the exception, okay? Well, what'll it be? We gonna deal or not? What do we do, Nick? Deal. We don't have any other leads, so I don't think we have a choice here. Okay, how much? Huh? You completely off your rocker? I may not be sophisticated, but I'm not trying to rob the poor. Huh? The only fair exchange for information is information. Listen good. What I need from you is information about Gourdy. Whoa, 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 Gourdy? But Gourdy doesn't... I mean, Gourdy might not exist. And bring me proof it shows you don't. I'll be keeping watch from the car, okay? You see something, y'all come to me first, got it? Okay. Right. See y'all later. Okay, Nick, let's get hunting. Hunting? You don't seriously mean... Gourdy? I sure do. What about Edgeworth? We're searching for Gourdy for him, Nick. Don't you get it? Okay, and how exactly do we search for a make-believe monster? Maybe we can find a monster myth specialist? Boy. December 26, Gourd Lake, Public Beach. What's that? Steel Samurai, Nick. Yo, Maya! Larry, what the heck is that? Oh, it was my girl Kiance's idea. She was all, if you like, put this here, it'd be like, really cool. Dude, she gave it to me all along with the banner. Wow. That's real impressive she could find those for you. Well, she knows a lot of people. And that show's finished now, so she got them for free. Right. Yo, Nick! What happened with Edgy? Well, we made it through the first day in court, alright. I don't know how good our prospects are from here on, though. Huh. Hey, Larry, did you know Mr. Edgeworth's secret weakness? He's terrified of earthquakes. He acts like a little boy. Huh? That's weird. I don't think he was ever like that in school. Huh? Really? Well, we were only in the same class for a little bit. He transferred schools pretty quickly. Transferred? Right, when the DL6 incident happened. It doesn't look like Larry knows about it, though. Why is he wearing such long sleeves? Hey, Larry! When did you get that big thing? Huh? Oh, the big guy. I've had that for about a month, yeah. It's a big hit with the kids. Why wasn't it there yesterday? Huh? Oh, right. The compressor was busted. Compressor? Yeah, it's a little unit by my hot dog stand. That's where I used to put air in the Steel Samurai. It broke a little while ago, so I sent it in for repairs. Oh. Here I thought you'd inflated it by yourself. Really? The old compressor, huh? What's this machine? Ah, that's a compressor. I use it to fill up that balloon there with air. Huh, neat. Just got it repaired yesterday. Man, what a drag that was. Doesn't that Steel Samurai look a little out of place? I mean, it's so huge. I guess it's good advertising. The thing about the Steel Samurai just doesn't work for me. Huh, really? It looks pretty well made to me. Still a novice, aren't you, Nick? Really? True connoisseurs like Cody and me don't fall for this kind of stuff. These Steel Samurai fans are obviously in a league all their own. Interesting. Those flags look sadly out of place here. Flapping listlessly back and forth in a cold wind under a cold sky. I don't know, I think it gives the place a kind of festival atmosphere. It reminds me of the War of the Eyeglasses. A War of the what? Huh? What? You mean you don't know the War of the Eyeglasses? What the heck is it? Our local fair used to do it every summer. Huh. I guess we were the only ones. I ask again, what the heck is it? Did we determine that the Steel Samurai was actually Gourd? Alright, wait, that didn't open up. Okay. We're still looking for Edgeworth, right? Here? Number 26, boat rental shop? It's always so quiet here. I wonder if the boat shop is closed for good. Well, with the murder on the lake and all, they're probably just taking a vacation until it blows over. I get it. Okay. 6 Gourd Lake Woods. Hey, y'all. Well, y'all find anything out about Gourdy? No, nothing. Well, keep moving. It get cold out here at nighttime. It is a little chilly. I think I have to sneeze. Whoa, no you don't. No sneezing. No. I told y'all, no sneezing. See, I set the camera to respond to things a little softer and a bang. You trigger on one of Von Karma's finger snaps now. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, well, sorry's nice, but what about my film? Nick, pay the lady. Happened. I learned something in today's trial, that's for sure. Testifying in serious business. That's why I decided to not talk about that case anymore. Huh? Whoa, didn't you say you had information about the case? Tell us that at least. Like I said, I'll trade it for the dirt on Gourdy. What are you going to do if Gourdy doesn't exist? I'll quit being an investigative photographer. What? After all, I only have one photo of my name so far. Was it a good one? You bet. A UFO. A UFO? Anyway, if I can't get a career making photo this time around, then that's it. I'll quit and go back to school. Huh? So you really are a university student? Yeah, well, I'm taking a break for a bit. Right. You talk again? Be the same thing? Okay. Alright, so I guess I can figure out more. And it might be different if I have stufas. Right. Oh no. Okay, so what have we got? Can I ask him about Gourdy, maybe? That guy's selling my dogs faster than I can cook them. You think Gourdy really exists? I think somebody probably saw something else they just thought was Gourdy. But I'll keep selling samurai dogs until the truth's out. I don't think he cares about this. Sorry, Nick. I don't know much about that. I'm a mere seller of hot dogs. Yeah, I'll tell you about mere sellers of hot dogs. Okay, nothing to be going on here that wasn't before. I feel winter's chill from the bare leaf trees today. There's a lot of trees here. I guess that's why they call it a nature park. It's quite pretty when the cherry trees along the lakeside blossom in spring. Today, it's just cold. Alright.